Igbo bụ Igbo, ekenekwa m unu mgbede ọma. Ana m ekene okene ekene nwaanyị wee na-asị ka uhuruchi tata mara anyị mma, ka tata bụ afọ gaziere anyị. Aka m bụkwa onye nke gị, nwaada gbara ọma ụzọ mmiri, bụ onye mgbasa ozi ọma ọdịnala Igbo. Akwụkwọ ndị bụ Igbo, ọkwa m onye isi nchụaja na-agbara ọma ọdịnala spiritual temple nke dị n'Enugu steeti. Ana m asị na tata bụ afọ ga-agaziri anyị, afọ ga-afụtara anyị ndụ, fụtara anyị udo, afọ ga-afụtara anyị dị mma, fụtara anyị agamniru, fụtara anyị ihe akụ aka ihe enwe enwe. Chi anyị na ezumezu mmụọ niile anyị na-achụrụ aja ga-anụrụ anyị ọgụ mmụọ, nụrụ anyị ọgụ mmadụ, chụọrọ anyị ajọ mmụọ, chụọrọ anyị ajọ mmadụ. Anyị gboo n'iru na anyị ga-ebute ihe ọma, anyị gboo n'azụ na anyị ga-ebute ihe ọma, anyị gboo n'aka anyị na aka ekpe na anyị ga-ebute ihe ọma. A sị m na tata bụ afọ na Ọmaka ga-emere anyị ise 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 ise. O nwere isiokwu njimaka ya bịa tata. Isiokwu njimaka ya wee bịa tata bụ what you should know about installation of deities. What you should know about installation of deities. Ihe anyị kwesịrị ịma gbasara mmadụ ime gịnị, ịkụta mmụọ. Ihe anyị ga-eme gbasara, ihe anyị kwesịrị ịma gbasara mmadụ ịkụta mmụọ. Now, ịkụta mmụọ abụrụ ihe dị njọ. Ịkụta mmụọ dị iche na ịkụ mmụọ mba. Ịkụ mmụọ mba dị iche na ịkụta mmụọ. I am not talking of ịkụ mmụọ mba. I'm not talking of going to oracle or deity for refuge. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is bringing or installation of oracle, that is bringing that deity into your home. That is what I'm trying to explain this evening. You understand? It's not a bad thing for one to bring any oracle of his choice home, but there are so many disadvantages of someone bringing an oracle home or installing an oracle home. Mmụọ ọbụla nwere ihe ọ na-asọ. Spirit nwere ihe ọ na-asọ. And you become more committed to that spirit mgbe kpọnatara ya unu. Unlike when you go for just ikumba. When you go for ikumba, you just go for, seek protection. Nye ihe ọ na-eri, seek protection. Chụọrọ ya aja, you go your way. Maybe from time to time if you so wish. But installation of oracle or deity is a total commitment and total relationship with that deity. When you bring an oracle home, automatically you are now worshiping that oracle. Automatically, that oracle pụta n'ụtụtụ, oye demand the cola from you. Mgbe ọbụla ojiji gwụọ ya, that oracle will demand it from you, because the part of that oracle that you have taken is now in charge of every activities around you. That oracle is now in charge of your protection, of your goodwill. Is that oracle now automatically becomes your second chi. Mgbe gị jejekọta mmụọ ha nọrọ n'ụlọ gị, you know what that spirit is eating, and that's what that spirit is eating is what you be giving to that spirit. And as you are giving what that spirit is eating to it, is what is going to do for you. When you seek protection, that spirit is going to give you protection. When you seek for nwa, that spirit is going to give you nwa. Then, before ije kota mmụọ, you should first of all understand ihe mmụọ na-asọ. Why I am teaching this topic is because this topic, on daily basis, I do consultation for people. even those that are coming, and even those that I'm doing consultation for through online or whatever. I do consultation for people, and every day by day, I see the damages Muakotara name to so many of our families. And I want to tell you, before somebody could go to any oracle or to any deity, he seek for installation, that is, he bring that deity home. Know it that Nandu onye ha adịrọ mma. Onye ndụ ya dị mma, don't go to oracle. Ịkụta oracle. If you are doing well, if I am doing well as I am now, maybe that Nandim Nahaso allowed me to be doing what I was doing and be progressing there. If they have not insisted that I must answer this call and bring them home, that is Kotaha, may he stop. There is no way I will be doing this work. So before mmadụ eji ịkụta oracle or ịkụta deity, o nwere something prompted ya. Though some people do it for their selfish and greedy interest, like people that used to bring some wicked deity, jiri ya na-egbu mmadụ, they do it for their own selfish and wicked interest. But I'm talking on the positive side of this. Ịbịa n'ọtụtụ mgbe gboo, like some of the onwe ihe ndị anyị na-akpọ nsi NINSI nsi, ana ihe ndị anyị na-akpọ ya nsi. Ọtụtụ ndị Igbo na-akpọ ya, that is my own village, I'm talking on my own dialect, anyị na-akpọ ya nsi. Ọtụtụ na-akpọ ya akwari ọmụmụ, ọtụtụ na-akpọ ya ọdụ ọmụmụ, mother of fertility. Ebe ha believe na nwa si abịa. Do you know that this ọdụ ọmụmụ is a part of an oracle, or a part of a deity, a part of spirit, that people go to other land, or to other oracle, or to oracle in their own land to bring home, to ensure that na nwa na survive? Because ihe na-ebute ha bụ mgbe nwa nwugide enwewe ụkọ nwa maọbụ ụmụaka a na-amụ, they go for ọdụ ọmụmụ, which is what my people call nsi. Then when they now go for it, bunatia, when they go for it, a ga-agwa ha ebe ahụ ha ji say ha, look at what ihe a na-eri, look at what you be giving to this thing, na-ekwa ka o si eri ya. O nwere nke a na-egwu tinye ya na ọdịrị. And then I'm using this one as an example. Then mgbe somebody bịa bute nsi a, ma ọ dịsi ọdụ ọmụmụ, ma ọ dịsi akwari ọmụmụ, wee bịa dosia na ngwuru, that mmụọ a na-emezu part of deal gị na ya na-abụ. And you are now doing your own part of deal. Maybe something now happened n'obodo, asị na ya ejejeje nwụọ iyi onye na-egbu mmadụ, onye na-eme ajọ ife, onye nwere ọgwụ be ya, and you now think that nsi anwa ma ọ na that ọdụ ọmụmụ bụ ọgwụ. Mgbe ele na-ewu, ndị nunugo maka ebe a na-akpọ ele, ebe a na-eji agba ndụ mgbe nwa. I don't know if it is still existing. Amadị m ebe ọ dị, but I used to hear of ele. Then ihe a bụ ihe mebiri so many foundational spirits anyị nwere in our home, which are deities that are being brought by our forefathers. Why I am teaching this thing is that so that you don't take Ijije Konatamu as just a simple thing. Don't take, because this is how some of these things that many families are suffering from started. It is better I tell you this is how it is than Mu Agwahogi Ijetinye Onwegi. Yeah, it's better you know. Then when they now say that they want to go for Ibando, you see people ndị nwere ọdụ ọmụmụ dị iche, they start destroying them, they start taking them away, because they believe that enwere ike ha ruo father appoint ha out, or na enwere ike ha ruo ndị mmadụ appoint ha out, si na onye a nwere ihe dị otu a dị otu a, wee jụọ gị iji egbu mmadụ. Are you using it to kill? Are you using it to haunt people's stars? Are you using it to destroy people's life and their destinies? If the answer is no, then you don't have any right to touch that thing. You don't have any right, both physical, both spiritual right, to touch that thing. You don't have it. You do not have it. You don't. The best thing you would have done for yourself, but when you go there, how you see her, yes, I have something like this. I'm not using it to do evil. Okay, you want to come and remove it, fine. Ebegin once in a year, I did not give you the ball, come and take it. Then and see for yourself if that spirit will not fight for you or not. So EJ Kota more a total commitment. It is a total commitment. And one thing you don't know is that there is one thing about more than if you like, you call them Caesar, you call them whatever you like. Equal tight that in a half way, upon smooth. Iri that in a hair, in you want sit that in a hair. Is there anything that you do once in a lifetime? Me bongi say once. Some of us do, some of us na emechi bongi even 3 times in a day. We do it as many as we want. But you want the spirit that is giving you everything that you want to be eating once in a lifetime. You call it idol worshiping. But the one you are doing is not in bongi worshiping. The food you are eating is not food worshiping. All the things that you do to make yourself happy, they are not whatsoever that you call it. Be rest assured that in a promise, make it keep here. But it is not a child's play for one to bring an oracle home. It is not a child's play for one to bring a spirit home. It is not nganga. It is not that this person is doing, let me do. It is not something you will say that Okeke is doing, let me do it. You can't. Because if you are doing that Okeke is doing, Okeke that knows the consequences, the do and don't of what he or she is doing. And you that is doing because another person is doing. If that spirit is bringing protection to you and your household, then your children does not have any right not to be given what that spirit is eating to it. Unless but as long as no more your protection, your ya ka ego na abia, your ya ka omumu na abia, na enye gi ya. Igunye ya na begi. Or your father did it. You are only but destroying yourself. You are killing yourself. This is the reason why so many families are suffering. I am telling you the truth. This is the reason why so many families are suffering from different kind of problem, suffering from pain, suffering from premature death. This is why we see death, premature death in our families. Because your life was not good. Remember, your father's life was not good. Remember, your grandfather's life was not good when that person went to that deity. Mmo did not beg you to come. You now got there. You now went there. You got what you wanted. All of a sudden, you felt that the money is there, the connection is there, everything that you need is there. And all of a sudden, you now say, I have given my life to Christ. Do you think that the spirit is already on the earth? The spirit is already on the earth. And there is nothing you can do. Makandi nasi achọrọ m ibute ike, achọrọ m ibu arụsị nka. Can you be able to keep? Can you be able to warn your children never to dare? And will your children listen to you? This is ihe na-eme emecha anya. Maybe our children will start suffering. Our generation upon generation, they will continue to suffer. They will continue to die. Until maybe one person The person now discovered that this is what is happening. To destroy is easier, but to create is never easy. Go one more, but that your grandfather or that your father that brought that oracle home also knew that it wasn't easy for him to grow that contact and relationship with that deity. It was not an easy something. Oburo a day something. It was not just that he brought that oracle and installed it. He need a change. There was commitment. There was sacrifices. There was battles that he fought with that deity before he conquered. Before he got everything that you were enjoying. And you now felt that Jesus is your only way of life. I am not against anybody's belief. But that which you did not create, you do not have right to destroy it. If you like, it doesn't concern me. But you, I am sure that you are suffering from this thing I am talking about. I am very sure that you in person, you are suffering from it. And I am sure that as you are even destroying your own fathers and grandfathers' own, your children are going to suffer from it. And they are going to seek the help of Dibias. And they will give us money, we will work for them. You better stop bringing curse upon yourself. There is no way you will bring an oracle home and you seek protection from that oracle. This is a bitter truth that you must hear and know. You seek protection from that oracle. You seek protection for yourself. You seek protection for your children. You seek protection for your grandchildren. You seek protection. What is happening here? You seek protection for yourself and for your family. And you expect that when the spirit, after protecting you and your children, or after protecting your father and you will just wake up and say, I have given my life to Christ. Who is Christ? Where is he from? Give me money. Help me. Let my way be open. Let me train my children. Let me give them a good life. And you, after training you say that you're giving your life to Christ. And you come and be using your hand to dig your grave. You come and be using your hand to be digging your grave. The deaths in your family, have you asked why? How come? The sicknesses in your family, have you asked how? How come? Every time you think there is somebody that is doing you. Every day you think that somebody is doing charm for you. Every time you think that your uncles are after you. Every time you think that your neighbors are after you. Let me tell you, there is no manner of calamity that will not fall upon you. One now that is looking at me, if you know that tomorrow you will say you have repented, it is better you never brought it upon yourself. Go to Christ, go to church, continue to give your life to Christ, continue to pray to him, he will change your life, if that is where your faith is. But you come and say that you have repented. You come and say you have repented. There is no way you repent. There is no way you will repent and you stop giving them cola. Yes. There is no way you will repent and you stop giving them cola. There is no way you will repent and you stop giving them chicken. There is no way you will repent and your agreement with them, you stop doing it. There is no way. Hear me. No amount of deliverance can set you free from this. If you think that you can run away from it, your children will suffer it. If you think that you can run away from it, your grandchildren will suffer it. And remember, when you have a son, you might reincarnate in his own family. And then you now become the grandchild of yourself. And then you will suffer for what you did. There is no way you can run away from it. You better back out. Jebe Bebe Church. Bebe Jesus. He will change your life. Happen more than an akonodo. They are not begging you. But my brother, ijiranya ge fonte gi. Bro mmadụ ya sị gị, ọ bụrụ mmadụ ya sị gị, do the right thing. The best thing one can do to him or herself is paying homage or installing oracle into his home. The best you can do to yourself as a strong traditionalist bụ inwe mmụọ ịba mmụọ, inwe mmụọ n'ụlọ, inwe odogwu kajara akaja, ọgbaju odori ije kọsara ya, happiness bịa ihe enyi ya oke ya, rie ka nrie. How can you be eating and expect another not to eat? If you are in a relationship with a girl and after training her in school for years and she promised to get married to you, she left you for another person, my brother, will you be happy? You see my idol worshiping, but you want your own to be. After a man promised you to marry you, and after suffering with him for years, he left you and married another person, my sister, saying that you are an old cargo, that you are old-fashioned. My sister, are you going to be happy? This is what we are doing now. It's the same thing that we are doing to the powers that be. It is the same thing. And do you think if that's your boyfriend, that girl that you left, or that guy that you left, that in anywhere or even in his next life, the person will wish to meet someone like you? Do you think that person will be happy with you? This is what we are doing. This is exactly what we are doing to the powers that be. You come and ask me if I feed my child today, will I feed him tomorrow? Do you eat once? I hope this thing will not stop me from going to church. Go to church now. Who is stopping you from going to church? Go. Me say if I want to go to church, I will go to church. It's just that if I enter church now in this village, many people will leave that chair for me and run away. And father will start, or be pastor, or be whatever. They will start singing die by fire, die by fire, die by fire. And fire will not still come. Because I am water. Fire no dey burn water. Fire no fit burn water. It is high time we realize the truth. We wake up from our slumber. We must embrace the truth. We know that the truth is bitter, but there is no way truth will not prevail. And the truth is that 70% of what you are suffering is ancestral, foundational. Take it or leave it. 70% of what you are suffering from is ijetinye mmụọ aka n'anya. Ijetinye mmụọ aka n'anya. That is why I tell you people that some of the things that we are suffering are what we did in our previous lives. If I say this, some will think I'm joking. Some of the things that we are suffering, we committed them in our previous lives. Anointing na-ebugi, marebo na-ebugi eje. If you say that you have repented as a man, as a guy, that which have been in existence before you came, do not tamper with it. Do not tamper with it. If they don't punish you in your present time, they will punish you through your children. If they cannot punish you through your children, they will wait when you reincarnate through your children as a grandchild. They'll punish you. You suffer. You smell rot. Dibia chukataja ni sigi. Chukataja. You say no nya hamari honaro. But it's what you committed. It is what you committed. That is why you see some people, you hear that their grandfather reincarnated them. And it is only that person that is doing traditional stuffs in their home. Maybe it was their grandfather that last did their traditional something in their home. That is why they are trying to use that person to restore it back. The grandfather came back in form of that person to restore that thing back. Because everyone knows who joy. Spirituality is too deep. Eti ina mmụọ aka n'anya. Eti ina mmụọ aka n'anya. If you want to go to church, my brother, go to church. Go and see. Go and test it. After testing it, come back to Muod Ben Nagi and embrace them because they are the best. After testing the church, please come back to Muod Ben Nagi and embrace them. My advice is this: if you want to repent, rakene Muod na bunlo where for meregi, or your problem. They are not your problem. You are your problem. You are your problem. If any pastor is coming for family deliverance in your house or in your village, hear me what they will ask. The pastor can never command that spirit to die or to live. Of course, spirit don't die. That pastor can never command that spirit to live on his own accord. He can only command them to live on your agreement that you want that spirit to live. And hear me, the spirit will leave that moment and come back to strike. That spirit will leave that moment and it will come back to strike. How many of you that say that you did deliverance in your family, that you destroy your ancestral altars and deities, how many of you are progressing today? How many of you that say that you destroyed your oracle umunna, or the umunna deity, or bindi chie? How many of you are progressing? How many of the villages that destroyed deities of their land, as they think that they have destroyed? You did not destroy. You only broke what you saw, what you can see with your eyes. The spirit is there, but very angry. How many of you that feels that they destroyed their village oracle are doing well, better than you were then? Onye mmụọ nara ọjị ijekwuru ndị sheri baba asị gị na mmụọ be nna gị na-agbachi gị ụzọ. Onye mmụọ nara mmanya asị gị na mmụọ. How can you not give mmụọ ihe mgbe agụ na-agụ ya? Onye na-eje ozi ada eri nri. How can you not? And they will tell you now more the responsible after you destroyed the oracle as they made you to believe. Have you started progressing? Have your life changed? Have you started counting in millions and in billions? Rather, the little one in the water, they are collecting it from you in a offering to a non-living God, a God that never existed. Do you know? Nandi pastor no na chuaja. I am sorry to say this. Nandi pastor no so I'm very sorry. But it's high time we tell our people the truth. E manaha na chuaja. E manaha na echukwa mmụọ so ha bi ụwa. E mana ndị fada na echukwa mmụọ so ha bi ụwa. E mana ndị catechist. If I talk now, they will say my pastor is not part of it. She's talking nonsense. Let it be nonsense. From now, you that is calling me nonsense, I'm giving you a year, 2 years, 3 years. Or hamawagi, you start looking for a dibia. You will hide yourself and you come to me. And when I see you, I'll still know that you talked bad about me. I was once like you. Mmadụ ejeneje tinye aka n'ihe ọ na-amara ka o si dị. Maka na mmụọ dị egwu. Ekenekwa m unu. Ọnwa ajụjụ nwere ịjụ gbasara ihe a nkụziri ma ihe ọbụla gbasara ọdịnala Igbo maọbụ ihe ndị m na-akụzi na mbụ. Ma ọ na-ịchọ ka agbarụ gị afa ma ọrụ gị ọrụ mmụọ. Echefukwana idere m ozi na 07037311663 ma ọ makpọ na 0916116691155. WhatsApp nọmba m 07037311663. Ndewo.